Colleen's Creations, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this pop-out card with the Symbols of Fortune suite. All right, here is a pop-up card using the Symbols of Fortune suite. What I love about it is it folds flat and then you can pop it back open for display. The Symbols of Fortune suite includes the Crane of Fortune bundle that has this lovely ginkgo leaf and then dies to cut out the crane and the flowers, dragonflies and bamboo. And there's also this leaf as well as a smaller ginkgo leaf. I'm using it right now, so it's over at my cutting table. But there's that die too. As well as we have the Symbols of Fortune DSP that has this lovely gray and gold on one side and then pretty color designs on the other side. I love the splatter one. And then you can cut out the flowers with the dies as well as these dragonflies back here. So super pretty paper. So check out my other videos to see the other cards with this paper. And then we have this beautiful satin, soft, what is this again? We have this beautiful, soft, succulent ribbon. Satin, really shiny and pretty. And we also have the polished dots that are clear and this nice light pink color. So that's all part of the suite. So for this card, I started off with a smoky slate piece of cardstock that is 10.5 by 4.25. And I've squared it at 1/2, 1 3/4, 3 3/4, and 5. So 1/2, 1 3/4, 3 3/4, and 5. I'll make a template and put it on my blog so you can go to my blog and check it out. I'm going to burnish all these score lines the same direction. And then we're gonna decorate. And then this little 1/2 inch tab is to adhere this piece to the back of the card. But for the back of the card, I'm going to use some gold foil, and I've cut out the middle with a stitched rectangle die because once we layer it, you won't see the back there, and then I can use that piece for another card. So I'm just gonna put some adhesive all around this DSP, and then it should adhere to my gold frame here as well as to the card. So this is gonna be a little bit sticky on the inside, but it should be okay. Or you could just do liquid glue around the edges and then you'll have a little bit more wiggle room than you do with this glue. See, because I wanted to move this over, but now that I've laid it down, it doesn't want to move over. So that's definitely a benefit of the liquid glue. I still prefer the seal though. I just like it, so that's what I use. But I can definitely see the benefits of the liquid glue. Okay, so that's got some adhesive on the other side. We'll add a little bit more and then we'll just layer that on. Okay, so now we can add this piece here. So I'm gonna put some adhesive on this tab and I'm just gonna fold these two tabs over like this. So I've got my sticky tab and the next panel, and I'm just gonna fold that flat, and that's what creates that box. And so that you'll have a perfectly sized box. So if you fold it flat and attach it, that'll give you that perfect box. Okay, a couple other pieces. So this piece is 6 inches long and it is 2.5 inches tall. And you're gonna score it at 1/2 and 1 3/4. And you're gonna fold both of those the same way as well. Okay, and then we have a piece of gold that's going to layer on there and a piece of the DSP. And then we have another gold piece here and another piece of designer series paper. And so I'm just gonna layer these first to make sure they're the right size. And this one's a little bit long. So I'm going to trim that. It should be, this gold piece is 4 by 1 3/4. So this should be 3 7/8 inch wide. So let's check that out. So that is 3 7/8 inch wide. So I'm just gonna bring it a 1/16 of an inch in and see if that helps. Nope. So I guess this is gonna be 3 3/4 because maybe this wasn't quite 4 inches. And then I will adhere these down. It's just nice to do the gold layer because it really adds really pretty shimmer and obviously coordinates with the paper. So just layer that on there and then we'll take a look. Yeah, it is a little bit short, but it will still work. So we'll just layer that on there, just put it in the middle. And then for this piece, I'm just gonna go ahead and put adhesive on the bottom of the long panel on the inside. And then I'm going to line that up here in the center. That's just gonna get put right over there. And then let's take a look at this one to see. And it looks like I want to trim this one as well. So I'm gonna trim this one a little bit. And I think it's 3 7/8, so I'm gonna go 1/16 over and see if that looks better. Yep, that's better. And then we'll attach this to the front. And these aren't colors that I would normally put together, gray and gold. I would normally do like a silver and a gray, but I think they look really pretty together. So this is just going to go on this long front piece right here. And then we are going to put some adhesive on this panel again. And again, we're gonna fold down both panels here. And we're gonna push this to the top. So this should line up with the top. And this piece will adhere right there. And then you have your 3D part of the card. So now to decorate the card, I've already cut out a crane. I have my crane right here. And then I'm going to emboss. I'm going to try to find a little bit thicker piece of paper. But I'm gonna emboss this saying in gold. So I have my Versamark and I have my little cornstarch pouch. And I'm gonna grab the Versamark here and go ahead and stamp that. And I've got some gold embossing powder here. Okay, and then to emboss it, I'm gonna get some tweezers to just hold that in place. And any excess powder, you could just take a little dry paintbrush and just wipe off the excess right there. And then we'll heat this up after I move the embossing powder out of the way because I don't want to heat that up. Okay, and now I'm just going to put some dimensionals on our crane. I'm going to use the little mini ones for the neck and the knees. And then I'll use the regular ones for the body. And then I'm going to use the banner punch for the ends of the sentiment. So this is the banners pick a punch. So I'm going to use this one right here. And I might trim this side because it's a little long. Or maybe I'll just punch a couple times. So I'll just do 1, 2. And then we'll do the other side. There we go. And then I might want to trim the top and the bottom a little bit. It just seems a little bit rough. So I'm just going to trim them just the tiniest bit on my trimmer here. I'm going to insert that most of the way in. Okay, I need to pull it back out a tiny bit and trim that. I just want to have nice clean edges. So just gonna move this in a little bit as well. That's what I like about this trimmer is I can get really nice clean cuts. Okay, so we've got those ready and we'll put, should not have done that. We'll put dimensionals on that. I'm just gonna use my little palette knife thing here. Lift the adhesive up, hopefully. Keep it. Okay, there's a little bit on there. So still should be okay. All right, so now we're gonna put the crane right here, up here. And then we'll have our sentiment across the bottom. So this is a quick and easy little fun fold card. That's so pretty, and you can make following the measurements I will give to you on my blog. So I'm offering a free card kit of fun fold cards when you purchase this bundle or place a $40 order using my current host code. And you'll get these 3 designs. So this one folds in like that. This is a twisted gatefold card. And then these are pop-up cards. So just email me and let me know that you would like this Fun Fold Chinese New Year card kit. Thank you so much for watching my video tutorial on this Fun Fold card. Please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and make sure to click on the notification bell so that you know every time I post a video. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.